With 17 points out of the last 18 and 18 goals in their last 4 matches, Aberdeen are shaping up as probably Rangers' closest challengers for the championship. The two clubs meet on Wednesday, of course, but Aberdeen couldn't afford to look that far ahead. They had enough in their hands against Dundee United this afternoon. The Dons haven't beaten United for nearly 3 years. Today, they badly wanted to end that sequence. The commentator is Jock Brown.
Dundee United manager Jim McLean keeps changes to a minimum in the light of recent good form. Gary Boland is suspended, so 21-year-old Mark Perry makes his debut wearing number 11. And Scott Crabb returns to lead the attack beside Duncan Ferguson, with Paddy Connolly on the bench. Amir Krivokapic starts his 5th consecutive match in defence for United, after missing the whole of last season through contractual problems after playing in the 1991 Cup final against Motherwell. The former Red Star Belgrade man's strength at the back has helped ensure only 3 goals lost in the last 4 undefeated matches. And the bad news for Aberdeen is that leading scorer Duncan Shearer is not fit, but Ian Jess is back to resume his long-term partnership with Scott Booth in attack, with young Andy Roddy dropping out. Otherwise, manager Willie Miller leaves his team well alone in defence and midfield, reflecting a 10-match undefeated league run. And his astuteness in the transfer market is epitomised by Lee Richardson, signed for just £150,000 from Kenny Dalglish's Blackburn Rovers in September. The 23-year-old starts his 8th consecutive match for Aberdeen, and just watch for the simplicity and accuracy of his passing in midfield. And the referee this afternoon is our most experienced official, David Syme from Rutherglen. Yet another crucial Premier Division match. Aberdeen carrying a very big support from the north for this match, and with this league run in such good shape, it's not surprising. Playing in their change all white strip, Aberdeen. United themselves, though, trying to get back on the rails after some stuttering performances. And there's Duncan Ferguson going down heavily early on, challenged by Alec McLeish. So the Aberdeen skipper offers an apology to young Ferguson. And United have a free kick. And they also have in their favour some excellent recent form against Aberdeen. The last defeat Aberdeen sustained was at Pittodrie against United, when Duncan Ferguson scored in the last minute. Here's Martin O'Neill. Headed on there by Perry, and it's carefully taken by Snelders. Gary Smith in the left back position, McLeish and Irvin in the centre defence. So throw to Aberdeen. Just to Booth, that's for Grant. John O'Neill back helping in defence. Good inventive play from Aberdeen in attack. That's Jesse's pass, and now Bet. And Mark Perry turns out behind for the corner. Big day for this youngster, signed for the club from Cove Rangers, having spent time at Pittodrie as a youngster without being signed. So Paul Mason's corner. Alan Main committed. That's good handling by the keeper. Well, that's the kind of goalkeeping which inspires confidence in the defence. Good tackle there by Gary Smith. It's with McInally in midfield. John O'Neill makes himself available on the touchline. Looks to have a run at Stephen Wright. Good full-back play by Wright. Excellent play from defence. Bet to Grant, now Richardson. Jess goes to the right, Booth's on the left. Paul Mason has gone through the middle. Good running again by Booth. That's towards Jess! It was wonderful play from Aberdeen. The only thing missing was the finish. But it started deep inside the Aberdeen half. Here was Stephen Wright winning the ball from John O'Neill, and now a series of quick passes. The layoff from Bet, Grant to Richardson. Options available, Jess to the right, Booth to the left. And just look at the way here, Scott Booth takes on his man, making for the byline, going past Krivokapic, and Jess coming in for the header. Good block by Main. Well, Aberdeen at their very best with that sweeping attack. Gets across smartly ahead of Ferguson. Give a difficult pass there to Stephen Wright though. There's Scott Crabb. Now looking to open his United account. Very good striker of the ball around the penalty box. Quite on target that time. Jess playing it on. Here's Booth. Faced by Van der Hoorn, with a very good tackle. Smith to Richardson. Made himself available well inside. Malpass cutting that off. It was intended for Bet. Aberdeen in possession again with Brian Grant. Michael O'Neill way back, helping in defence. Doing some good work for United. He's reasserted himself also in the United plans, playing well in midfield. Booth has turned Krivokapic. That's a great ball back. The opener for Aberdeen, and it's Ian Jess. Well, the young strikers combining once again. What assets they are to Aberdeen. Came from the throw, taken here by Jim Benn. Look at the way Booth turns away from a very experienced defender, pulls that back to Ian Jess. He controlled the shot well enough to squeeze it home at the post. Well, Krivokapic, you're left for dead by Booth's electric turn here. And what a fine cutback it was. Jess steering the ball away from Alan Main to put Aberdeen ahead. And Aberdeen have succeeded after 21 minutes of this match in doing what they failed to do all last season against Dundee United in the league, and that was score a goal. 4 matches played and no goals for Aberdeen. And the first match at Pittodrie, the same applied. So Ian Jess has changed all that with that excellent goal. And Aberdeen with the tails up, no doubt, carrying this enthusiastic support behind them. And Ferguson is penalised there. He'll be in trouble if he keeps on with a speech play to the referee. Theo Snelders out of his area to take this free kick. Forcing to see that reach Paul Mason. Trav couldn't control it in the turn. Slipping at the wrong moment for United. Here's McInally. McLeish was in the way. Space now for Bet to exploit. Richardson. Good diagonal run made there by Jess, setting up a shooting chance for Richardson. The corner kick to Aberdeen. This was delightful play again from Aberdeen. But the contribution made by Ian Jess to that move, as Richardson came forward, Jess made a diagonal run, creating space for Richardson to go through and shoot for goal. Header across by Jess, that's Welsh. Now Richardson. Jess again. Hetling is on for Booth, get a chance for the second. Well, a good supply again provided by Lee Richardson into the path of Scott Booth, who was under severe pressure himself though, as he raced into the box. Van der Hoorn playing that forward hopefully, but McLeish is there first for Aberdeen. A dummy from Mason. Jess playing it inside, but Van der Hoorn's there first for United. This is Welsh. Van der Hoorn. Confident play by the Dutchman. Tight came from Smith. Mason going in there on Krivokapic. Here's Van der Hoorn. A miscue there by Van der Hoorn. A chance now for Booth. And a great tackle by Brian Welsh. Saves the day for United. Top class defending by Welsh. Well, what a relief there for United. That could so easily have been the second, and it would be very difficult to come back from that against an Aberdeen team in such form. But here's John O'Neill. Brought down by Wright. It's a free kick to United. Well, that shot pass back, allowing Scott Booth to go in and goal for Aberdeen, and it took that magnificent tackle from Welsh to halt the young striker. Headed away by Grant. There's O'Neill. Helped on by Ferguson, but Welsh had gone in too close to goal. That's a good ball from Irvine. Richardson assesses the options inside, waits for a better one to present itself, and then picks out Booth. Tackle this time from Krivokapic. Gary Miller, a familiar pose now, standing there at the dugout. Roy Aitken to the right, Pujabi on the left. It's helped on by Ferguson this time. There's Crabb, a chance is on. Good effort there from Crabb. Ferguson's power in the air caused the problem initially for the Aberdeen defence. Well, Crabb so adept in that position normally, as the ball was played high in the air there. Crabb controlled it on the volley but hit the side netting. So we've had 45 minutes of the first half. Can't remember any injury activity of note, so there won't be very long to add on, and Aberdeen clearly content now to ensure that they retain this lead at the interval. And they've done just that. Been a very impressive performance for long spells from Aberdeen, with Ian Jess putting the icing in the cake with that superb goal in 21 minutes. Created on the right, the throw from Jim Bett, the quick turn from Scott Booth, the pull back to the byline, and Jess knocked home his 10th goal of the season to give Aberdeen a lead at half-time, which they just about deserve. It's Dundee United 0, Aberdeen 1. So Aberdeen start the second half, having been greatly encouraged, I've no doubt, by the way in which they coped with United in the opening 45 minutes. For United, problems about how to fight their way back into this match. They were looking for a little bit more play through midfield than they managed in the first half, and they will want to bring Crabb and Ferguson much quicker into the game. But at the back for Aberdeen, Irvine and McLeish have coped with the threat in the air, particularly of Duncan Ferguson, extremely well, and they'll be keen to maintain that form, I've no doubt, in the second period. But it's Aberdeen who are carrying the game instantly to the United defence at the start of the second half, and with the front two, Booth and Jess, looking so much in the mood in that opening period, things looking very good at this stage for Aberdeen. Ferguson and McLeish together again. Breaks to the far side there for Crabb. He's won the break of the ball off McLeish. Crabb again. The tackle there came from Gary Smith, who wanted the throw. Richardson. Well, that's good play by Richardson. Brought down by Krivokapic, and Krivokapic, I think, will be in trouble. It's not by any means his first infringement of the match, and he's going to be the first player to be booked. But Lee Richardson's inventive play there in midfield, causing problems for United. It's left by Mason. Bett playing it square. There's Richardson. That was blocked by Van der Haan. Good play from defence by United. Crabb looking there for Michael O'Neill. There's Smith. Welsh battling hard there with Booth, conceding the throw to Aberdeen. You hear coming from these happy Aberdeen supporters. A little happy though with the second goal, because while it's 1-0, United have every opportunity to come back, and the corner kick goes to Aberdeen. Jim Bett will take. He's going to take this left-footed. Only a few players in the country can take corners with either foot. It's helped on well at the near post by Jess, and nodded home by Irvine. The second for Aberdeen, and joy for Brian Irvine, his fourth goal of the season, and for these Aberdeen supporters. But what a splendid goal this is from the set piece, clearly rehearsed, played in delightfully by Bett, helped on there by Ian Jess, and in goes Brian Irvine, powering his way to get in the header. So the 6th minute of the second half, Ian Jess is headed on, no question of any infringement there as Irvine leaps to head home. Well, precisely the kind of boost Aberdeen wanted early in the second half, and United really do have a mountain to climb the way the game is going at this stage. Welsh's header. Michael O'Neill comes clear, running into Stephen Wright. Well, the value of Jim Bett's corner kick taking evident again. Ferguson to Crabb. Very well struck, but it's much too direct. Crisply struck with his right foot. And there's activity down below us on the bench. There's going to be a change made by Dundee United, and Krivokapic, who hasn't had the happiest of matches, is coming off. And Billy McKinlay appears to be the player coming on. So Krivokapic is withdrawn and McKinlay goes on. So there's going to be an alteration tactically, because McKinlay will go into midfield, and I reckon it may be an orthodox flat back four, which United will utilise now. Good play in the flank here, giving a chance for the cross, which was sadly off target. Well, some good play there. Scott Crabb frustrated, but United still not able to create a clear-cut shooting chance in the box. Mark Perry's good running there in that area, almost paying off. Here's O'Neill. By Smith. Michael O'Neill again. Snelders comes to collect, spotting the menace provided by Brian Welsh. Van der Hoorn pushed, I think, by Booth, yes. Shake of the head from the youngster, but a free kick it is to United. The other two being stolen there by Freddie Van der Hoorn. Aberdeen have the throw. Mason takes it quickly. Richardson has found space. He's away from Van der Hoorn. Across goes Welsh. Well, Richardson, I think, was welcoming the tackle because he was going to be in some difficulty in getting a cross in. So, corner it is. Mason again entrusted with the task. Well, won by Malpass, getting there just ahead of Irvin. There's McLeish. Came off Van der Hoorn. Mason asking too much of himself there. Yeah, Alec McLeish there, almost involved in a rare occurrence, namely a goal from his foot. And Aberdeen have switched now to an out-and-out 4-3-3 formation. They pushed Mason through the middle in the striking role. Jess to his left, Booth to the right. Appear to be a hand used there, yes. Brian Irvin. It's a free kick to Dundee United. Irvin, I think, off balance when that ball came in, throwing an arm up and catching the ball. So, a chance undoubtedly for United. And this could set up a tremendous finish to the game if United could snatch one at this stage. There are 18 minutes left for play. Could be Scott Crabb. Van der Hoorn just to the right also, looking for the ball to be knocked square, but it's taken by Crabb. It's a superb goal for Dundee United. Crabb's first for his new club and gives life to the United challenge. Well, he's scored some spectacular ones for Hearts from this sort of position, but this has given him tremendous satisfaction, beating a goalkeeper like Theo Snelders so comprehensively. Now just look at this from behind the goal, the way that slammed away from the keeper, leaving him with no chance at all. And United now are right back in the match. Still Scott Booth in possession. That's fine play by Booth. Grant coming up from the left. The early ball in, there's Jess. And a very good piece of defending again by Brian Welsh. There will be treatment for both players, but what a good piece of play this was. Jess started to move himself with a long sweeping pass across to Scott Booth on the right. Booth worked his way into the edge of the penalty area, then found Brian Grant, whose left foot cross allowed Jess to make this challenge under pressure from Welsh. And what a good piece of defending it was by the young United player. Well, we can expect a huge effort here from United in the closing stages to save this match. Here's Michael O'Neill, Northern Ireland international. He's performed well for United this afternoon. Trying to make room for the cross. Back with McKinley. The equaliser for United. What a comeback by Dundee United. And the substitute Billy McKinley ties the match up. Played in by Michael O'Neill in the end. He had worked for space there. It came back off Ferguson. A super volley with a deflection there, taking the ball away from Snelders. There's Michael O'Neill's cross. We may see the deflection better from here. It came off Duncan Ferguson. The shot there appeared to come off perhaps Alec McLeish to beat Snelders. Paul Sturrock on the track also. Jim McLean is down there too. Not content with a draw, obviously, Sturrock. He's looking for a victory. So another alteration going to be made by Dundee United, and also a change to be made by Aberdeen. That's Paddy Connolly waiting to go on. Scott Crabb, the scorer of the goal, which threw the lifeline to United, is withdrawn, having taken a number of knocks in the match. So Connolly goes on to replace Crabb, who's performed so well, and Paul Kane has come on to replace Jim Bett for Aberdeen. There's Jess trying the overhead effort, headed away by Malpass. Here's Paul Mason. Booth is there. Good effort by Scott Booth at the near post. He took the full brunt of the challenge from Alan Main, who arrived a fraction late for that. Chance again for United, making progress on the right with McKinley. So a throw possibility here, and Brian Welsh is being invited forward. Whether it's to take the throw or be in the box for the ball coming in, I'm not sure, but he's in the box now. Well, at the edge, there he goes attacking the ball. Duncan Ferguson also was there. Was missed by McLeish. There's Connolly. Well, there was a deflection. It's a corner kick to United. There, the team finishing stronger. McLeish misjudged that. Connolly adjusted the ball from between his feet to try and set in the shot, which came off Gary Smith. Good head flick on. Back with O'Neill. Blocked by Kane, and the effort of Malpass goes over, but Aberdeen suddenly living dangerously, having dominated long periods in the match, and are hanging on grimly to earn a point. The corner kick flicked on extremely well there by Perry at the near post. The header out by Kane, met initially by O'Neill. It came back off Kane to Malpass, and this time no threat to the Aberdeen goal. There's the long pass towards Ian Jess. It's the end of the match though. Not much time to be added on at the end for injuries. And Aberdeen, who dominated for so long and led by 2 goals to nil with 18 minutes to go, find themselves having to be content with a point. And a major factor in that turnaround was the arrival of Billy McKinley into the midfield for United midway through the second half. He certainly changed the United pattern of play. They changed the tactics, and he was the player, of course, who popped up 12 minutes from the end to drive home the equalising goal, which United's courage undoubtedly merited. But for Aberdeen, they'll consider this without doubt a point lost in their championship challenge. It's Dundee United 2, Aberdeen 2.
Billy, was that a case of United getting out of jail?
I don't think so. I think we deserved to come back. We showed good character, and I think at the end we could maybe even have snatched it, but we were quite happy with the draw.
What do you feel was the problem in the opening 3 quarters of the match?
I think Aberdeen were getting the ball in behind us early doors. Booth in particular was quick, so once we get that sorted out, I felt we were a wee bit tighter.
What were the instructions that you took onto the field?
Basically, we just changed to a back 4 and 3 in midfield, and it was just really to try and get forward and hopefully snatch 1 goal and then maybe take it through there.
The impact made by Scott Crabb's goal appeared to be very significant. Did that give you all a lift?
I think so, yeah. I think you'll find a lot that when teams are down, if they get a goal, they get a wee bit of momentum, and that's what happened today.
Now, your own goal, I think you're a wee touch of luck with it, would that be fair to say?
A big touch, yeah. I think it took a deflection off Alan McLeish, but take it anyway.
Do you feel though at the end of the game you might have gone on to win it?
I think so. We had a wee chance at the end, but I think if we'd have scored another one, I think we'd have stolen it. They would have been even more unhappy than they were.
What is the reaction now in the dressing room as a result of that performance in the end?
I think we're happy that it showed that Aberdeen are now the best team in the country, and it showed that we can compete with them, so we'll just take it from there.
There's still a feeling United can make a challenge in the league?
I think so, aye.
All the best, hope you do.
Thanks.
Well, I take it you see that as a bad point dropped?
Well, considering the way we played and the sort of a general advantage we had in the game, yeah, you've got to look at it drop. You know, we had the game well under control. It turned slightly in a decision by the referee giving a foul against us. Brian Irvin thought he was actually fouled. It came off his hand, the referee saw it a different way. They get a goal from the free kick, and you know, all of a sudden they're pushing forward looking for the equaliser when really they hadn't troubled us too much before that.
Well, for 70 minutes of the match you appeared to play as well as you played for a long time and be totally in command. How do you react to that, bearing in mind the game came out on Wednesday night against Rangers?
Well, we've played well for quite some time this season, and again we played well today, but we've really got to be more ruthless. We've got to, when you're 2-0 up, you've got to make sure that you don't lose a lead like that. There are certain things that we've got to do that we didn't do this afternoon, and I've told the players and I've told them before, and after the day I hope that they listen.
What things are you talking about?
No, the players know and I know, but we play a lot of nice, attractive football, but you've got to mix it up with other qualities as well, and when you're 2-0 up you've got to have them qualities, and them qualities have got to come out.
How do you think the players will react now to Wednesday's game in the light of that disappointment in the end today?
Positively, they will. I mean, we're playing well, we've been playing well for some time. We've got a good team pattern going, a lot of skillful players. We're looking forward to playing Rangers on Wednesday. I think it should be a cracking game.
We'll be there and look forward to it. Thanks very much, Willie.
Yes, Willie Miller with some well-chosen euphemisms there. What does he mean, other qualities?
Well, I think he's looking for battling qualities as well when you're up against it, and a few challenges, and that's what the game's all about. You need all three if you're going to be a good side. They've certainly got the skill, haven't they?
Yeah, they shouldn't be dropping a point from 2-0 up, although you've got to give United credit, obviously, for a very good fight back.
Yeah, but a team like Aberdeen, when you go 2 goals up, that's when you shut the door, really. I think that's Willie's disappointed. Maybe tried to go for the third one and left gaps at the back, and that's what happened. Dundee United got their chance and sneaked a point.
Yeah. Ian Jess and Scott Booth, again, very, very impressive up front, weren't they?
I think this is the first time for a long time that the two of them are actually able to play with each other up front there. They've been injured or something's happened. Duncan Shearer's come in. But the two of them are just get so much mobility, it's not true. Very, very difficult for defenders to mark that when they're all over the place. They don't just play 2 up through the middle. They go wide, they come back, they pick her up. I mean, this is a tremendous move when you look at it. That's from their own corner flag. You know, they come back, the little one-touch stuff, gets them out of trouble easily. Richardson here, all the room in the world. Jim McLean will be disappointed with the room he's given him now. Look, where are they? 2 of them wide, 1 at each side. The centre-backs looking in through the middle. They're not there, they're wide. And this creates a great chance. He's come in from the right now, Jess. Look, he could have done better with the header. He'll be disappointed with that. But they just play so well with each other.
That
Two kids
was a
that have been
wonderful
brought
piece of
up
football,
together.
wasn't it? From
It
their
was.
own corner flag.
This is a goal. I mean, it's a tremendous goal as well. A great turn there by Booth. Got to the byline, and great for kids to look at that. You're at the by. Always try and get to the byline, cut it back, because defenders have then got to turn, whereas the forwards are going into it. Jim McLean will be disappointed from a defensive point of view because Krivokapic here got turned by young Booth here. He should never have got turned. He's an experienced man, got turned very easily there. But look at that, clinical finish. You can't argue with things like that.
Jock mentioned at the very beginning of the game to look out for Lee Richardson, who played a major part in the game, of course, didn't he?
He did, but there's young Booth again. And then goes Alan. But the goalkeeper, I think, will be disappointed not to at least get a punch onto that. I mean, he didn't really get any height in it. Look, they're all in the box here, and the big fella right in amongst it, give him his due, Irvin, and took it well. Richardson's been a tremendous buy for Aberdeen, £150,000. I first saw him in the Skull Cup final against Rangers when he came on for Roy Aitken and really imposed himself on the game immediately. He's good on the ball, very comfortable. You know, he likes to come forward and take men on. I think that's what excites fans, when you see midfield players going at other players, committing them. And he can pass the ball as well. I mean, there's no hurry in him, there's nothing on, so he holds onto the ball. He's got confidence to do that. waits and waits till something happens, and then the nice clinical pass straight to the player's feet.
Yeah. So that was Aberdeen at their best, and they were very impressive in that first half. But let's take a look now at United's fight back, and they too played some very attractive football.
Well, Jim McLean will be delighted with the fight back. I mean, 2-0 down to Aberdeen. There's not many teams would come back, Dougie, but they certainly managed to do that. There has been, I think Willie was saying about this foul, he reckoned that it wasn't a foul and they scored from it, but as you can see, I mean, it's all right us looking at this time right against it, but look, watch the hand coming out from Brian Irvine. It's a definite punch, it has to be a free kick, and he's actually fortunate, he's not booked for that, because it's a deliberate handball, and what about that for a goal? No goalkeeper can do anything about that. He's on the right side, he's at the wall there, just chips it over the wall, look, he's got a clear view of it. Beautiful free kick, not an awful lot you can do about that. And after that, it seemed to be all Dundee United. It's always the same when you're 2 down, you get a goal back, the fight's there. This is a ball, it's a terrible Aberdeen defence again. Look, nobody cleared it, 3 of them went for it, it's come off a leg. Billy McKinlay there, unlucky for Big Eck. You know, it's hit off his right leg there, it could go anywhere, but fortunately for Dundee United, it ended up in the net. There's so many bodies there, Billy McKinlay just got to hit it first time. There's always a chance it's going to hit somebody if it's not winning. Like, goalkeeper, no chance when that happens.
United have been a bit up and down this season, but they're now putting a few games together, and they're going to be tough opposition for anyone now.
I think they will. I think Scott Crabb's now starting to find his feet, and if he gets a partnership along with Duncan Ferguson, then they'll certainly score goals and give teams problems. Yeah.